Terry McCarl setting the pace, bringing him through turn number 4. Green flag's out, we're back underway. Terry McCarl getting a good jump now. Walraven looks to the bottom side of Mark Taves now working on third. Got it down the back chute. Chris Walraven moving up into that third spot now, taking a look to Randy Anderson. Your race now for second in turn 4. Down the chute into the turn, they work off turn 4. Terry McCarl with the wick turned up and the kite string out down the back straightaway. Your race leader, Randy Anderson running second, the car number 47. Chris Walraven running third, the car number 56. Now Mark Taves running that 5T in the 4th spot, working the low line of the speedway off turn 4. Running 5th is 02X is Mike Renke, and Larry Pinniger running in that 6th and final transfer as only 6 cars will transfer on into tonight's feature event. This time by 5 laps down, 3 to go. Your leader is Terry McCarl. Chris Walraven knocking on the door, looks to the bottom side of Randy Anderson. Through turns 1 and 2, they race for second. Anderson hanging onto the high side of the speedway, gets a good run off turn 2, leading into turn number 3. Walraven dropping back about 12 cars. Then the next car is Mark Taves. 3.57 seconds advantage for Terry McCarl racing into turn number 3, your race leader, this time by. White flag's out, 1 lap to go for Terry McCarl. Randy Anderson running in that 2nd spot, Chris Walraven 3rd, Mark Taves running 4th. Mike Renke running in that 5th spot, and Larry Pinniger in that 6th and final transfer. Your winner, Terry McCarl. Randy Anderson running 2nd, Chris Walraven 3rd, Mark Taves 4th, Mike Renke is 5th, and the 6th and final transfer goes to the car number 11L of Larry Pinniger.
8 laps to try to get to that 6th transfer spot. We'll see if your current points leader can get himself to the A main the hard way. Keep your eye on the 5J. In the back of the pack there from Oskaloosa, Iowa, that's Jeff Matricia. And side by side through 1 and 2, your race leader, it's going to be Scott Whitworth. Running 2nd, it's Bob Weave. Running 3rd, the 2M of Matt Morrow. And now it's Matt Morrow on the outside of Bob Weave, and Travis Cram up into the 5th spot. And Brett Antill in that 12 car works his way around the outside of 1 and 2, moving himself up to the 6th and final transfer spot. But right now up front in the lead, he's got the kite string out. That's the 45 of Breezy Whitworth. And this time by, your race leader still, Breezy Whitworth, Matt Morrow running 2nd. Travis Cram now all the way up into 3rd position as he works the bottom side of the track through 1 and 2, now side by side. Down the backstretch they go. It's Bob Weave and Travis Cram coming at you. And it's Travis Cram taking over the sole position of 3rd place. Now running 4th, it's Bobby Weave, but working on Bob in corners 1 and 2. It's the 12 of Brett Antill from Ankeny, Iowa, now taking over that 4th spot. Bob Weed pushed back to 5th and running in your 6th and final transfer spot is Jared Hull. Now Jared Hull moved up into that 6th and final transfer spot. And a tough break for your race leader. Breezy Whitworth overturns 4. As the power plant in that sprint car reaching its expiration date. And it's Travis Cram taking a look at the bottom side of Matt Morrow as they go down the back stretch, nose to tail. Your race leader, Matt Morrow, Travis Cram running 2nd, Brent Antill running 3rd. It's Bob Weave now in that 4th position. Jared Hull running 5th and now working on the 6th and final transfer spot on the bottom side. It's Jamie Moyle and Jeff Patricia, and your white flag is out. And you have a new race leader. It's Travis Cram working on the bottom side of Matt Morrow. And now Doug Clark with the checkers out. Top break for Travis Cram off the gas in 3 and 4 on the white flag lap. And a real tough break for Travis Cram, as all he needs would have been another quarter lap to get to the start finish line for the feature. And taking a close look at him, it's Doug Clark. We're green flag racing. And it's 3 wide coming out of turns 2. Manny Rockhold working on the high side and working on the bottom side. That's the 12 of John Lamberts. And now working on your race leader, it's the 12L of John Lamberts on Manny Rockhold. And it's Manny Rockhold shutting the door. And now working on the second place car is the 63 of Greg Wilson, now on the outside of John Lamberts. Nose to tail as they go down the backstretch. Travis Cram worked in that 4th spot. And all the way up to the 5th spot, the U2 of John Hagan, and now working on the bottom side, running into the 6th spot. That's the 15 of Jared Sleeker. Jared Sleeker all the way up from outside row 6 now, running 5th. And checking out of this one is the 02 of Manny Rockhold. He's got a 3.5 second lead already over your second place running John Lamberts. And now closing in on your second place runner. It's the 63 of Greg Wilson looking for that second position on the speedway. And now Travis Cram to the bottom side in turns 1 and 2. Takes over the 3rd spot. And running 4th, John Hagan. Running 5th, Jared Sleeker. And your races for second, it's John Lamberts and Travis Cram going side by side by the National Sprint Car Hall of Fame and Museum. Still your race leader, it's Manny Rockhold, negotiating lap traffic, very fine. And Travis Cram, John Lamberts, and the U2 of John Hagan. And this time by, it's the halfway point for your race leader from Pekin, Illinois, Manny Rockhold. Travis Cram still holding down the second position for your second and final transfer spot. And now your races for third, it's John Hagan working on the 12L of John Lambert. And a good race going on right now in turns 2 for 6th and 7th between Steve Brazil and the U2 of John Hagan. And now your races for the lead, it's Travis Cram taking a look at Manny Rockhold on the outside. As they go down the backstretch, it's nose to tail, your race leader still Manny Rockhold, but now it's Travis Cram working on the bottom side, slipping up through in turns 4 for your race lead. Your new race leader, that's Travis Cram. Running second is the 02 of Manny Rockhold still. Running third is the 12L of John Lamberts. Running fourth is the 63 of Greg Wilson. And the white flag is out for for your race leader, Travis Cram. And now coming through turns 3 and 4, take a look at the checkered flags. Your heat race, your B feature winner, that's Travis Cram.
Pace cars in on the back straightaway, yellow lights are off. Mark Taves from Spirit Lake, Iowa sets the pace, bringing them through turns 3 and 4 to the white line. Keep one eye on your flagman, one eye on the front row as they work through turns 3 and 4 to go green this time by. Green flag's out, we're underway. Three and 4 wide through the back of the field, 3 wide up front. Mark Taves leads him down the back straightaway. Here comes Larry Pinniger to the bottom side of Taves. Pinniger takes over the top spot, the 11L off turn 4. Now Mark Taves charging back, looks to the bottom side. Takes the Northern Tool Equipment 5T down to the bottom side. They race side by side. Racing into turns 1 and 2. They go wheel to wheel down the back straightaway. Taves charging on the bottom side. Pinniger tries to shut him off. Taves sticks it to the bottom side. Pinniger on the cushion. Still racing through turns 3 and 4. Larry Pinniger now with a firm handle on the lead. Now Mike Rinke moving forward, racing for that second spot. Looks to the bottom side of Taves. Taves brings his car up to the cushion. Mike Rinke slides his way to the top side. Now Brent Antill up into the mix. Antill charges up into that 4th spot. Mike Rinke running 4th. Now Walraven running 5th. Down the front straightaway they come. Nose to tail, Jeff Matrician also on the move, as is Terry McCarl and Matt Morrow. Jeff Matrician up into that 7th spot. Terry McCarl running 10th. Now, oh, look out in turns 1 and 2. We got him going. Everybody keeps it going. That was a Jim Dandy. Red flag, red flag.
He never got over.
Pinniger bringing him through turns 3 and 4 to the cone. Pace begins to quicken. Green flags up and down. We're underway. Brent Antill looks to the bottom side of Mark Taves as Chris Walraven tries to move around Mike Rinke. Brent Antill now up into that 2nd spot. Mark Taves back to 3rd. Larry Pinniger hustling on the high side off turn 4. Here comes your leader. It's Larry Pinniger. Pinniger, Antill, Taves, Walraven, Rinke, Matrician, Jeniton, and Droude. Your leaders working off turn 4 now. Mike Rinke coming down the front straightaway, trying to move around Chris Walraven. Walraven goes to the bottom side. Now Jeff Matrician hooks up with Mike Rinke. Rinke sticks it on the cushion, moves around Walraven, as does Jeff Matrician down the back straightaway. Racing into turns 3 and 4. Your race for that 5th spot. Matrician works the low side of the speedway, blocking on Walraven, trying to hold him back as Matt Morrow works on Steve Jeniton. Terry McCarl working on Randy Anderson. The top 2 cars moving away from the field as Larry Pinniger races into turn 4. Your race starting to form for the top spot. Terry McCarl now moving around Matt Morrow for position. That's the position of 9th place. Now Randy Anderson under the gun as they race through turn 1. Don Droude Jr. also on the move down the back straightaway with Jeff Matrician. Looks to the bottom side of Matrician in turn 3. They race side by side. Racing through turn 4. Matrician ducks to the bottom side. Shuts the door on Don Droude. Racing into turn 1. They still go wheel to wheel side by side as Don Droude Jr. trying to pull back up behind Jeff Matrician. Up front your race for the lead off turn 4. Brent Antill to the bottom side of Larry Pinniger, your race for the lead. Pinniger hooked up on the high side down the back chute. Brent Antill still running 2nd. We're halfway. Mark Taves running 3rd now, falls back to 4th. It's Jeff Matrician. Shoots to the bottom side of Taves in turn 4. That's your race for the 3rd spot. Jeff Matrician with both hands on the wheel moves around Mark Taves for 3rd. Down the back straightaway, meanwhile, your race leaders closing in on traffic. Larry Pinniger with 0.8 of a second advantage over Brent Antill. Antill still running 2nd. Matrician running 3rd. Taves running 4th. Don Droude Jr. 5th. Don Droude Jr. trying to close in on Mark Taves as Terry McCarl moves by Rinke for position. Oh, and Matt Morrow into the fence. Look out, everybody. That's going to bring out a yellow. Brent Antill running second, Jeff Patrician third, Mark Taves fourth,